What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology horoscope for the weekend of April 1st and the 2nd of 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. Happy April. Don't forget to say rabbit, rabbit for good luck when you wake up this weekend. And thank you, everybody who did join Class 1 of the Karma Resolution Crash Course. That was a lot that we covered, a lot of lecture, a lot of talk. Tomorrow's going to be more charts and examples and going deeper into bunch of other stuff that we didn't cover, but it was a lot. So proud of everybody for synthesizing that information. Looking forward to tomorrow. If you want to join, Class 1 will be on the website when you join, and Class 2 will be live at 2 p.m. today. So hope to see you there. Let's take a look at the astrology for this weekend. Well, we are still Sun in Aries. Aries season, of course. It's getting close to Chiron. It's going to conjunct Chiron with a full moon in Libra, so that's something to look forward to coming into the later part of next week. But I would say this Sun Chiron that's building up, starting to apply, starting to really feel it this weekend maybe, is definitely like the empowering strength that's moving us into the next chapter. And instead of sitting in the past or identifying with some sort of a wound in life, it's really, I think, no, I'm ready to empower, take my wounds, use them as wisdom, and keep moving. You know, we got to keep moving here. This is a good time to feel your wounds, feel things that have happened, different parts of ourselves, identify those things, but realize that they were only here to ever empower you and keep you going. So keep on keeping on this weekend. But that moon in Leo is definitely going to want to feel good here. It's going to square over to Venus. I think that we can try and want to feel really good, actually, and especially when it comes to values. We'll want the best in life today, and this could show up, a little harsh with relationships, maybe certain people wanting different things, having different values, wanting a different way to be shown love. We got to find some kind of a resolution in life to how to figure that out within relationships in our life, maybe some money situations, but we don't want to lose track of what's empowering us and making us feel self-reliant, self-secure, and strong and courageous in life right now, because maybe we are thinking that we don't have. If we don't have, it's only time to empower ourselves to create and to have what we want, not to scratch our wounds and think that we're not worth enough, because that wouldn't be the truth at all, in my opinion. That moon's also going to make some really nice trines over to Mercury and getting ready for the North Node on Sunday. So definitely, again, trying to feel really good about ourselves, having good self-dialogue, having a good understanding of the parts of life that we want to express, being able to express fearlessly, I think will help resolve situations around maybe where there's conflict of value or interest and maybe relationships in our life. I think we really want to be honest, put the truth out there. It's kind of like you want to be blunt in a sense, but blunt in a compassionate way. We're all going through something in our life right now. There's no point in beating someone else up or beating ourselves up either. And I would say that also Venus in Taurus with a moon in Leo square, that could be us just not feeling like we're enough. And look, today's a day to break out of that one. Like whatever's trying to maybe show up in life that you don't have enough or you're not worth enough. Yeah, no. Old stories, been there, done that in my life. I'm here to create. I'm here to be powerful, strong, steady, secure, and shine. I think that's a good way to look at this day. There's definitely things showing up that could be trying to take us from that or dull our shine, but I feel like there's also parts of the astrology that are like, why would we want to do something silly like that? Mars is getting ready to trine the North Node or the South Node this weekend and sextile the North Node. And Pluto's starting to square these nodes too. So both the dispositors of the South Node are in aspect. Now Pluto's much stronger with the square that's building up over time here. But I think the Mars trine to the South Node it's in a sense of backup. Like we have to identify with our deeper desires, our deeper passions, and come to some kind of a conclusion about, is this good for me or is this toxic? Does this need to be expelled from what I emotionally understand or how I emotionally represent myself, and go into something more beautiful, more creative, more real? Put our energy, our emotion there, could be extremely potent. So definitely a Saturday that's trying to see the best, trying to work through wounds, trying to have fun, enjoy ourselves. It might be a little difficult. There could be some kind of thing that we think we are going to get and maybe we don't get it. But how we show love to ourselves will reflect in how we show love to others. So I think it is definitely it's a big time show love to yourself, and represent yourself in a strong fashion. You're here to be strong. As we look at Sunday's chart, we do see the Sun and Chiron get even closer. It's ratcheting up. Again, this is resolving issues and wounds in our life around our own self-empowerment, not going down those rabbit holes. We learn from those. The moon's going to come into Virgo, which is going to make that a little bit more difficult, because we could definitely look at look at our faults in life, pay attention to all the little things that maybe we've done or people have done. Let's just try to enjoy reality. Clean things up if you need to. Make things beautiful as you see fit, as you feel fit in your life. But it's just, why beat yourself up or anybody else up right now? Does it really make things better? Mars is trine the South Node. I mean, I guess we could think that intense emotion directed harshly or intensely is going to get us somewhere, but maybe it's actually just slowing down and seeing that, how can we make things physically better through what we're feeling instead of going through some guilty sort of thing. I think that's going to be the hard thing this weekend, is little bits of guilt creeping up, like maybe we didn't do enough or show up enough or get enough done. It's the weekend. Like, let's just chill out. get to reality here. It's a very interesting Sunday. The moon will oppose Saturn too, which I think is just adding another weight. It's almost like a cosmic weight with Saturn in Pisces, like a universal weight, like the weight of the universe. But also it's saying, like, you know what? It would actually be responsible to chill out, to let things slide, to not be so heavy and harsh. So I think we have to understand that it is a time to take accountability, and if you need to let some things go to chill out and find more purity in your life, that will actually clean things up. I think that today, on this Sunday, we can want to overly exacerbate some need for perfection in a way that is way too intense or high strung. If it has purpose, it has purpose, but like, if it's like actually emotionally draining you, is it necessary? Finding a sweet spot. I'm not saying escape reality by any means. I'm just saying you don't have to. It's a Sunday. Illuminate your day. Saturday was yesterday. So try not to let, some weight from the universe or someone else kind of come in and get their little tangles and universal cords tied up on you. We could be susceptible to that, especially with Venus in the third decan now of Taurus. Maybe, trying to get a little too particular, a little too perfectionate with certain things that we value. It is still with Uranus. Like, let's keep things open, keep things moving. We don't want to get too routine. I feel like today's an interesting vibe this Sunday, because we're trying to maybe find some steady routine, but also, like, again, is it too much? And are we too obsessed? Wherever we're too obsessed, we got to pay attention. I think that's important too, because Pluto is in a biquintile. Or I'm sorry, it's in a quintile with the sun, 72 degrees, and it's making both of them are making a golden yod to biquintiles over to the moon in Virgo. So, and I apologize, I've been talking for like hours. I'm a little drained. I think this is very interesting. It's a very positive thing to purify reality right now. To emotionally, I think, learn how to move into a future, to emotionally identify with our strengths, but to not go down a rabbit hole that is so deep that it feels like we're drowning. So, that is kind of what I think is this is all about. Is we're going through such a transformative aspect into so many new energies that we might think we have to organize these new energies in a way that we're comfortable or familiar with. And I don't believe that's the case. I believe it's going to be something different, something of what you feel value and connected to now. And there is a bit of a yod going on too with the moon, which will sextile Mars, and also sextile the south node, trine the north node. So there's sextile triangles everywhere. There is the sextile from Mars and the moon, and they're both making a yod to Eros, which is up here next to Pluto at 4 degrees. So there's that exact yod too, which I think is pointing towards, using our passion in new ways, forward thinking, going in a different direction, innovating. Like, let's innovate our passion to create instead of some kind of a repetition that is boring or mundane. I feel like there is something in the astrology that's trying to break us free from a mundane version of our self-identification or what we think we have to do to kind of get us into a bigger perspective of what is possible if we dedicate to. So I think it's a very important weekend, and I hope you find that helpful. See what's in the cards. Got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe it's value. Maybe it's things that we thought we were going to kind of have, the ultimate achievement or comforts in life that are just changing. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Maybe it's a really good thing. Maybe we're just like, wow, yeah, identification of a lot has changed in my life. I see myself maybe differently. Maybe things that I want to really build. I think it is sort of a like release day, not a carry on day, especially if the carry on is not feeling satisfying. Like, if you have everything, or you think you have everything you want, and you're not satisfied, I feel like that card is kind of showing up for that. Two of Cups, upright. I love that. Maybe this is a weekend where we really step into a very emotionally connected space where we're feeling like, yes, like, you get me, I get you. Like, there can be some really good union this weekend. So I think it is important to look for people in life that are trying to support you emotionally, physically. Just be there and have your back. Like, these people can definitely, if you are in a funk about anything, maybe somebody comes along to empower you and kind of lift you up. And the Fool card in reverse. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. It's not like we need to be naive. I think we still want to pay attention and be intellectually present. Mercury's finishing up in Aries too, and it's getting ready to come into Taurus, and it's going to come into a square with Pluto. So I do think we want to be paying enough attention and, not be foolish about just letting things slide into oblivion especially if we care and they're valuable. Like, don't just like let things that you really want and feel spiritually and emotionally and and love and you're connected to, like, those don't need to slide away because you're just going to be naive and like say, oh fine, everything needs to go. I think we still need to be smart, still need to be present, make good choices on this journey. And yeah, it's a fine line. I feel like there is a escape, but then there's also let's be real. Actually do the thing that we want, do the thing that would make us feel good, and put some responsibility and change there instead of maybe something we don't. I love you all very much. Hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Much love. Peace.